I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow old with you. I'll get you medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire if the furnace breaks. Oh, it could be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you, even let you hold the remote control. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink, put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Or I could be the man who grows old with you. I wanna grow old with you.
Let's hear it again for Mr. and Mrs. Corey Sherman.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sonoma. Tonight, the Blazing Pedals take to road track number 2 on the season. I'm your host, Chris, and with me, as always, my good friend, Rick Hammond Jr. Rick, how are you tonight, buddy?
Hey, brother, I'm doing good, man. I'm excited for this race.
Love is in the air, and we got to congratulate Amanda and Corey Sherman. 6 years, Rick, and I hear tell they're going to shoot for 6 more.
That's what I hear. 6 more. I mean, that's tough to do, though.
12 altogether. I don't know if they're going to make it. We'll see. We'll find out. You see him on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Well, you see Amanda. Corey, I don't know where Corey is, but maybe
Corey's
he's run already.
He's already sitting in the living room, cold beer. He's got to speed up. 72-inch big screen TV, watching the broadcast.
Perfect. Mike Fogg, I see you out there, brother. Hope you're having a great evening. We do have some road course action here for you tonight, and take a peek at where we stand here during practice. And it looks like Dave Seats has been able to overcome Jamie Walker here recently to be the fastest driver here during practice. And that's no easy task. Jamie Walker has really put down his speed, and then Seats comes out of nowhere and says, "I'll take that spot. Thank you very much."
Well, David Siege, Jamie Walker, Ty Morosco, since I started in practice here, Chris, at about 6:30 p.m., those 3 drivers were swapping it back and forth there. So I think tonight's going to be a really close, interesting race up front.
Rick Thompson watching some baseball.
Good
baseball
for you, buddy.
Over racing. You know what? It's okay. We'll see you next week, Rick. Good to see you out there in chat, bud. At least you get to watch it. I mean, there's something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out if it's any better or not. I really don't know. Let's take a peek in on a couple of guys here. We got Ty Morosco in the 1 car, the 44. Aaron Bockover right now being scored the 7th quickest driver here at Sonoma. And, well, that's just not something you're used to seeing, Rick. That's not an Aaron Bockover forte.
You know what? One of his teammates is going to take him out, or he'll speed on pit road. It'll be okay.
It will be okay. And just like that, practice is over. Looks like I timed that one pretty darn good.
You did.
I'm pretty amazed. Again, happy anniversary. Congratulations going out to Amanda and Corey Sherman. 6 years. You got to make it 6 more. That's what they said. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm going to keep tabs, though. I got it written down on the calendar now. So 6 years from now, I'm going to have an alarm on my phone. And we'll see. I'm sure they will. Those guys are a great couple. And Corey, I got to tell you, you got to get those shirts on sale. And you have to pre-cut the sleeves off, too. The Aaron Bockover way. Until Bockover does a TNA shop talk where he explains on how to cut the sleeves off a shirt properly.
Yeah, I would like to see a video of that. That should happen.
I think we all would.
Because what's the point of cutting the sleeves if you're just going to do it wrong?
That's right.
I do want to show you Amanda's car here tonight. Different paint job. And on the hood. It's great. Great picture of them from their wedding. It's pretty awesome.
Then you got to check out Corey's new paint scheme.
Well, I will, but, oh, he is on track now. Okay. There we go. And I love the Bud Light cans on the side. It's freaking awesome. There, I said it. Pretty simple paint jobs for this week, but I think the message is there. Jeffrey Fisher. A lot of guys out on track already here as we get set for qualifying. A lot of corners here at Sonoma, Rick, and it's only 66 laps, but boy, oh boy, it's going to take a minute.
Either way, it's going to be a good race. I mean, 66 laps, 12 corners per lap. The driver's been doing pretty good putting down the laps here tonight. I haven't noticed too many mistakes out there. Of course, it's easy to do when you're out there just running by yourself or maybe with a teammate, but when you have a whole pack of cars in front of you or behind you, that's where things can get interesting, especially turn 1.
Yeah, when you choose when to come out on track, you're absolutely right. It's a little bit easier. We're going to be starting row after row after row. And we saw what happened at the Daytona Road Course on corner number 1. That changed the race on the very first lap.
We'll see what the drivers learn from that.
Let's go ahead and take a peek at what we've got going on here tonight. Of course, it is Sonoma, 2.47 miles. We do have stage racing, so if you start falling away from the field at least a couple of times, you're going to get a chance to come back in and get a couple of spots here. Stage racing, end of lap number 15, end of lap number 30, 66 total laps. Again, presented by TRJ Karting. My goodness. TRJKarting.com. Make sure to go check them out, along with MF Racing Designs and Butt Kicker.
Michael Pock's been putting out a lot of really cool paints, Chris. I love following him on Facebook too, because I see him, but I see him when I'm in Discord. I love it.
Don't look now. But the 44 of Aaron Bockover has the pole out of... No, okay, never mind. It was quick. Dave Seats took it over. And look at the time differential there. Bockover with a 142.6. Dave Seats with a 141.081.
I wonder if Aaron Bockover gets the banner for this week for TNA Motorsports. If he's going to show up for Shop Talk tomorrow. That's something we should place bets on.
I'm just shocked that he's here at a road course. You know, he just kind of blew off the race a couple of weeks ago.
And honestly, Daytona is a lot easier than Sonoma. A lot easier. Maybe that's why. He didn't want to showcase all his skills.
Or maybe he's been practicing for 2 weeks.
Maybe.
How about a paint job from Marielle, last week's winner, the 6 car, Derek Paulson, looking to try and make it back to back.
And he's the driver we got to watch, Chris, because remember, we talked to him and he's like, yeah, road course. You're not going to see me anywhere up towards the front.
Yeah, I do recall that. And right now, looks like 8th quickest on the track. Now, to be fair, he is running a 143, so there's some pretty big time differences out there. But you're not... When you're road racing, you have to race the track. You can't race everybody else.
You always told me to just put the pedal to the metal and close your eyes and pray for the best.
Well, that's what I told you.
I see what you were doing now.
Yeah.
Wow, Jamie Walker taking over the pole from David Seats.
There are a lot of drivers out here tonight. Full field, looking good.
And we even have a special guest there too. He hasn't taken a lap yet. I've been trying to get him to just get in the car, but Mark Arthur signed up as a driver by mistake tonight.
I mean, if you're signed up as a driver, you might as well.
I mean, I see why he does it too, though, because, you know, it is a custom Mark Arthur setup here. He would blow the doors off everybody. I think he would do it even if he wasn't making the setups. Mark, a very good, clean racer. Knows his stuff around the track.
Quite a few drivers out on track, including our man, Terry Foster.
Now, Terry's got a new nickname from me. Okay?
Uh-oh.
He's now Terry the Tappy Foster. It sounds mobbish. I like it. And that's what I'm sticking with. Terry the Tappy.
Okay. Look at this. They have a refrigerator in their gaming room.
They do.
Oh man, I'm Sherman's. I'm gonna have to come over and spend some time with you, I think. A lot of shifting, a lot of braking, and a lot of corners, Rick. You almost have to go slow to go fast here.
You really do. You really, really do. And I was in the cockpit with a couple of drivers during practice, and I noticed a lot of them actually got that part figured out, Chris. They were slowing down a lot in the corners, a lot more than what you'd normally see a lot of these drivers take a corner with, and I think it's going to work out for quite a few of them. I think we're going to be surprised here tonight, though. Especially the guy I'm watching right now, the number 1 of Jaime Roscoe. He was up towards the front there of the speed charts during practice for a little while. And then he just kind of fell off a little bit, but I think we're going to see some things change in there. That squatch on the hood, it's going to help.
Jason Powell out in chat. He's just lurking.
Good to see you back, buddy.
Yeah, it really is.
You don't have to tell us a fib, though. I know where you're at. I know where you're being active right now, and it's okay. Good to see you here, buddy. We missed you. We missed you on the track.
Cody Moore, the 24, during practice at Daytona, it didn't look like anybody was able to touch him. First corner, first lap. Ran into some issues, and it was never quite the same again. We'll find out if he's able to make a comeback tonight as qualifying is done. And that means it's time to go on through the grid. Starting on the pole tonight, it's going to be the 88 of Jamie Walker. To his outside out of Limitless Motorsports, it's going to be the 14 of Dave Seats. Starting inside row 2, it's going to be the 77. It's going to be Drew Eisenman. To his outside out of Speed Mafia, John Perkins in the 33 pulls the plug and gets that fast time. In 5th spot here tonight out of Lost Cause Motorsports, it is going to be the 24 of Cody Moore. To his outside out of Canada, the 09 of James Miller. Starting inside row number 4, it's going to be the TRJ Karting.com number 16. It's Ian Habiet. To his outside, starting in 8th spot tonight out of 5 Kings Motorsports, the number 51, it's going to be Joshua Sexton. Starting in the 9th place tonight in his number 10, it's going to be Taylor Butcher Benjamin. And rounding out the top 10, it's going to be the TNA Motorsports driver of the number 44. It's going to be Aaron Bockover. Starting in 11th position tonight out of S&M Motorsports, it's going to be the 17 of Brian Dees. And to his outside out of MFRD Motorsports, it's going to be the 6 of Derek Paulson. Starting in 11th position tonight, in 13th position tonight out of TNA Motorsports, it's going to be the 3 of Corey Sherman. And to his outside in the 42 out of 42 Racing, Kyle Wellman on track tonight. Starting in 15th position, Rick, it is going to be the 5 of Corey Rutherford out of Work in Progress Racing. To his outside out of S&M Motorsports, it's going to be the 1 of Timer Roscoe.
Then Team AV is starting there, number 66 of Jordan McAvoy in 17th position. Right to his outside is going to be the 4 5 Kings Motorsports driver, Tanner Marr in 18th. Josh Klinger of Oceanside Cleaners Racing in his 20, qualified in 19th, with Philip Van Vliet out of Lone Dutchman Racing, got his 89 starting in 20th. Out of the Mid-South tonight, Chris, the 31 of Kristen Pittman, going to be starting in 21st position with Joshua Rutherford over there, Work in Progress Racing. This 55 going to be starting in 22nd. Then we have Matt Hackathorns, number 84 at Ram Racing, going to be starting in 23rd. with Kerry. The Daffy Foster at TNA Motorsports got his 86 starting in 24th. Amanda Sherman of TNA Motorsports also starting her 8th and 25th position. Team AV's number 54, Matt Grunberg, won't be here long, Chris, I have a feeling, but he's going to be starting at 54 and 26. Race Clark out of Carolina got his 02 starting in the 27th position with the 46 Speed Mafia, Fred Thompson starting in 28th. Team AV's number 98 of Jeffrey Fisher starting in 29th. And then in 30th, we have Five Kings Motorsports, number 41, Dalton Kilrow, going to be starting in 30th. And then rounding out that field, it looks like no, I'm sorry. So out of 31, it's going to be Randy McAvoy and Team AV2 with his 61. And then Jake Elrod's number 11, Oceanside Cleaners Racing, going to be rounding out that field in 32nd.
All right, yeah, so pretty darn big field. It's going to be a good one here tonight.
It's going to be a good race here tonight. I have a feeling, man.
A lot of cars up and down this entire field. We've got some live cameras here tonight. Of course, we already saw Amanda and Corey Sherman, but there are others as the pace truck winds them through the corners.
And once again, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Sherman on 6 years. Here's to many more. Happy for you guys. Looks like you guys had a good time this weekend. I don't know how you're racing tonight, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's loyalty. Let me tell you.
That is loyalty. Pace truck pulls on over. He's heading down pit road. Jamie Walker now has control of the field, takes the long way around. One more sharp left-hand corner, and we are going to get this thing rolling. Walker puts the pedal down. He's taking the early jump. Jamie Walker to the race lead. Oh, clever little start out of Jamie Walker to make sure he had enough momentum. So hold on. So far, it's all about this big right-hand corner. Everybody gets through, no problem at all.
I'm telling you, they definitely learned something from a couple weeks ago in Daytona.
Sometimes it's better to be a little slower. Look, the slowest guy may not win, but the slowest guy may finish. And that's what it's all about here on a road course. Dave Seats out in third spot in his number 14 Autism Speaks machine. He was one of those fast drivers during practice. Behind him, it is Cody Moore in that beautiful number 24. Man, that thing is gorgeous.
Of course it is. Michael popped it. I haven't seen an ugly one yet. I mean, I've seen some ugly blue ovals on hoods and stuff, but the paints are still good.
James Miller knocking down a couple of cones. Why not? As Jamie Walker crosses the line, here we go, starting the lap number 2. A pretty good first lap for Jamie Walker, 1:45.90. Looks like Ty Morosco may have had some issues. We're going to have to go back and take a peek in on that one.
Now, the reason why the 88 is gotten a black flag, Chris, is from when the restart, he accidentally changed lanes.
Oh, Ty Morosco. Oh!
Whoa, Ty.
Everybody out, except for it looks like Paulson, able to clear on through. And I'm sorry, you said something about a black flag, Rick?
Yeah, it looks like Jamie Walker was black flag, Chris, changing lanes at the restart.
Well, he's going to have to come down and serve that penalty. And that's going to hurt. Jake Elrod running into some problems. Let's go over and take a peek at him. Watching the number 11. Oh, just finds the wall. Pretty light impact, honestly. Not too bad. And Jamie Walker coming down to serve that penalty. And that means Drew Eisenman in the 77 now going to be the race leader.
Eisenman was another one of those fast cars during practice, Chris. So I'm sure he's happy to see it open up a little bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, he did very well over at Daytona too, led a bunch of laps.
Okay, you're wrong. No, you're absolutely right. He did.
Okay. I'm getting old, brother, you know. My mind's not as good as it used to be.
No, you know. Of all the things I've lost, my mind is the thing I miss most.
So the 88 served that penalty. We're going down pit road right now. Went from first, came out in 17th. So enough laps to definitely catch back up, but we'll see what happens there with 88.
It's a big hit.
We know Jamie Walker can drive a car through a field.
And it's early enough, Rick. I don't know that it's going to be a huge problem. May have cost himself a win, though.
I'm just happy to see the 88 back out on track. Got the gremlins all out of the computer system, ready to go. Ooh, James Miller hits the cones.
Yeah, he's got something against the cones here tonight.
So doesn't Joshua Sexton there in the 51. He didn't want to be outdone. He's like, okay, we can play this game tag.
Well, Cody Moore must be loving the start of this one a lot more than he did 2 weeks ago. Right now, he's sitting in the third spot, up a couple of spots. But he's managed to run 4 laps with a clean race car. He'll make it 3.5.
No, it's not jinx.
The Hurricane out there doing a pretty good job. Rick, he's up 1 spot. Make it 2 as the Hurricane breaks into the top 5.
Yeah, I was waiting for the helmet to come on. I was waiting for... Look, I think he's singing right now is what he's doing. There's nobody in his channel. Tim should be bowling his 9,000 tonight. There was no pizza there in the 16 pit stall. I think there was a Budweiser can that I saw him throw out the window. We won't talk about that, though, just in case Tim's listening. Or Miss Haiti. Yep. We don't want to get Ian in trouble. He's looking very serious, though.
Yeah, it looks like he's out for a Sunday stroll.
Yeah. You know, and there was one thing, Chris, I know you can't look at all the driver cams, but I noticed this in practice, okay? So we got Brian Dees out there. He's Brian Dees. You know, he's out there, he's stealing souls. I actually saw him laugh a couple of times, and TBB actually told me about it, because he's like, whoa, I just saw Brian Dees smile, and it messed me up, because I've never seen him before.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But I'm looking at Timon Roscoe, and of course we just talked about Tiller the Butcher. But you watch Corey Sherman, and he's the only driver out there that is actually, I'm worried that he's going to fall out of his seat. I really am. He's got the lean going on. You know, even Amanda, she's there. She's, sitting back. She's kind of relaxed, doing her thing. But Corey, he's on a roller coaster.
Corey Sherman in the 3.
You got to be careful. I've fallen out of my simulator. I've also hit the wall once.
Let's be clear. You hit the real wall, not...
Yes, the real wall.
Okay.
In my room. Oh, Aaron Bockover having a little... I think he was worried that the Shermanator was coming up behind him and didn't want him to take him out. Payback. Good times were had by TNA Motorsports last week.
So Corey Sherman right now being scored in the 10th spot. As we check out Ian Habiak once again in that top 5. Cody Moore just in front of him. Cody Moore had a little bit of a problem. We were able to go back and see that. Amanda Sherman right now just ahead of her teammate, Terry Foster. Amanda sits in the 28th position.
Gotta get used to it. Terry the Tappy.
I don't know if I can do that during the Bronx. Oh, she's got a problem with cones. Forget about it. Come here, cone. I'm going to kick you. Get out of my way. Up top, it's Drew Eisenman and Dave Seats starting to roll in right behind him. So may have a challenge here for the race lead in the next lap or two. James Miller sits in 3rd spot. Ian Habiak up to 4th. Brian Dees, the Soul Stealer, cracks into the top 5, up 6 positions. Good battle for the race lead right now between Eisenman and Seats. Miller trying to catch up to the two. Go back a little further. Our pole sitter here tonight served out his penalty right now, being scored in the 13th spot, 1 behind Matt Gruenberg, 1 in front of Aaron Bockover.
And the idiot already, starting to work his way back up through Chris, because when he came out of the pits after serving that black flag penalty, he was in 17th. So
Aaron Bockover bringing it down pit road.
Question is, well, I'm not even going to ask the question. We'll find out.
I don't know. It looked like he was coming in a little hot.
I think he's going to be okay.
Fair enough. Matt Gruenberg trying to set the 3 up on the inside. Couldn't get there. So Corey Sherman holding on to his spot for now. He's sitting in the 11th spot. Jared Colson right in front of him, along with the 20 of Josh Klinger. At first, I thought Tony Stewart had taken a run out here, but it's Josh Klinger.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off there for a second. I know Klinger was talking that he's going to get a new paint scheme. I mean, I did like the yellow. I've never seen Home Depot on a Supra before, though.
Gruenberg. Go ahead. If you got it.
Aaron Bacher, I was just going to say, has finished his service down on pit road, fuel only for the 44 team. But he comes out just ahead of Terry the Taffy Foster. Right now, Bachover in 27th position. And you were going to say something about Gruenberg?
Yeah, Gruenberg right now can't seem to find a way around Corey Sherman. Sherman, every time he takes a corner, seems to be right where Gruenberg wants to be. And the problem with that is eventually bumpers may touch. Gruenberg now trying to set up for the inside. Can't get there again. Corey Sherman proving to be a pain in the butt for Gruenberg.
I think Gruenberg's worried that one of them Bud Light cans might fall off. Oh, gets into
True.
the back of Paulson there. The Shermanator on a tear tonight.
Oh, the 46, Fred Thompson, moving out of the way. Jake Elrod having a bit of a problem. And now Gruenberg to the side of the 3. Still can't get there.
Curtis, I think you're right.
Oh, now he does. Now he's around him. All right, let's go back and take a peek in on Jake Elrod, see what happened with him. That MF Racing Designs number 11. Looks like he was a little bit loose. Comes into the corner and just turns it sideways a little bit. Gets it rolling back again. We go back live.
Maybe Elrod was playing a little bit of drift racing before the practice and race. So,
Well, Jamie Walker was able to get around the 3 a little bit quicker than Matt Gruenberg, but Gruenberg able to get around Derek Paulson. So make it 3 of the faster drivers here this season. Multiple wins for, I believe, all 3 of them. Running nose to tail. And Walker getting around Derek Paulson. Yeah, Curtis, that's what we were saying. It does. It's very much a Tony Stewart paint scheme that Klinger is running.
you give massive props to Dalton McIlroy racing tonight with an injured foot, I heard.
Christian Pittman having a little bit of a problem. Let's go back and take a peek at Pittman's machine. 31 looks like he has already been through a bit of a war. The left side all beat up. And not able to keep it straight on track. Whoa, Rutherford! Oh my goodness. The 55, Josh Rutherford went for a ride trying to stay out of the 31. Wow.
Now they're on lap 10 of 66, Chris. Looks like 2 drivers have called it quits already. The 11 of Jake Elrod, we talked about him a little bit. And Randy McAvoy in the 61 off track right now.
Unfortunate, but understood here on a long road course. Working lap number 10 of 66. Stage 1 about 5 laps from now. And Drew Eisenman has been able to lead a good portion of them after our pole sitter, the 88 of Jamie Walker, had to come down pit road and serve a black flag penalty for changing lanes before the start finish line.
I was trying to catch up to the back bumper of Matt Gruenberg to break into the top 10. Ooh, Paulson getting a little loose.
Now those corners are tough. Very, very tough. And when you have the extra weight of these stock cars, it doesn't take much to push them loose.
Ooh, John Perkins having a little issue.
Yes, he is. Let's go in and take a look at the 33. Looks like he's set up a little shallow here for this right-hander. And maybe touched the brakes a little too much. As he rights the ship and gets it rolling one more time. Back now to Derek Paulson. He's riding behind Joshua Sexton in the 51 ahead of them. It is the 20 of Josh Klinger, Matt Gruenberg, right on the back bumper. And he's been there for several laps now.
I just looked, Chris, that track temperature, very warm out there. 120 degrees here in Sonoma.
All right, well, we'll take Pete. Yeah, 79 degree air temperature, and you're right, 120 on the track. Well, we're going to drop into the cockpit of the 88. See if he can catch the back bumper of the 54, Matt Gruenberg. And we'll take a whole lap around this big track with Jamie Walker. Ooh, that was close. He got to the back bumper.
He did.
Almost ate it. All right, so here's that first corner. It's a lefty. Sets up for a pretty sharp right-hand corner, which also changes elevation, which is always tough. Quick left and right. Sharper right. See TBB getting passed right now up ahead by Cody Moore. A lot of shifting going on.
Coming down the pit.
The 88 bringing it down pit road. We swing over to our race leader. It's the 09 of James Miller. So Miller has had a really good start to this race. And the Tim Hortons Team AV driver of the 09 right now is our race leader. He goes around Fred Thompson. Second spot belongs to Dave Seats in the 14. Also going around Thompson, and Drew Eisenman is in third. Brian Dees, the Soul Stealer, running in fourth spot, and Ian Habiak right tight to the back door of the 17.
Habiak doing a really good job here tonight.
Now the Hurricane knows he can't just blow in and blow out here. It's a road course. You got to be careful with him. And he is doing a fantastic job here tonight.
And of course, Travers being very smart, Chris, coming down pit road now. I mean, obviously can't make it around a couple more laps. Well, you have to think they also have to do the cool down lap where they catch up to the pace car before stage one ends here.
Well, Tim, that's what happens when you leave him alone. Just let him go. The young man is very capable, and tonight proving it. Been very strong in that TRJ Karting.com Ford Mustang.
I mean, honestly, Tim, if you haven't been home all day, brother, and you gave Ian a list of things to do, I don't think he did any of them. He's been practicing all day.
That's okay.
Well, maybe unless Tim really needed the driveway, swept or lawn mowed.
That can wait till tomorrow.
TRJ Karting is busy, bro. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow's already booked.
Oh, Brian D's going off.
Trying to take a Superman jump there.
Yeah, Brian D's. Well, he didn't really want that position anyway. He gave it to Ian. Drew Eisenman back in the race lead in his number 77. But Ian Habiak sits in that second spot.
Ooh, and we have a driver in the TRJ Karting Infield Care Center already, Chris. Tim, you can tell that he definitely put some work in this week.
Well, it's going to be the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Dolan, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Lap 14. Here you are in the Infield Care Center. What's going on, bud?
Well, amongst other things, car had a serious electrical issue, and it wasn't going to allow me to finish the race. And then on top of that, I'm racing with a hurt foot. Just finished up 24-hour endurance race this morning, and I've got a giant bruise on the bottom of my foot, so it's absolutely killing me because that's on my throttle foot. So with this track being so throttle control heavy, it's brutal. So I'm kind of glad that I got this little issue. But at the same time, I wasn't really expecting much tonight anyway.
Well, the 41 has had a kind of an up and down season. You do have some wins, so we know you're locked into the chase. It's a little bit of a points hit, but it's not going to be a season ender. And if you're injured, well, it's probably best to put it down pit road and leave her there for the night. Who do you got on the 41 that you need to thank tonight, Don?
I got to thank Daddy-O's Barbershop, FB Button Box, Savages Apparel, Bam Racing Videos, Butt Kicker, TRJKarting.com, Raise Energy, and you guys for putting on killer broadcasts every time we race.
All right, buddy. Well, you get yourself better and get that 41 over to the shop, get the electrical problems worked on, and we will catch you next week, Chicagoland.
10-4.
All right, Dalton Kilroe, driver of the number 41, unfortunately having to call it an early night here, and maybe it's for the best.
Well, I could probably guess what happened, Chris. He's probably doing his endurance race. He's sitting there, probably been on there. Oh, stage 1 is on. Eisenman taking it.
Oh, that happened quick.
You did.
Stage 1 winner, Drew Eisenman.
Anyway, to finish the story, I bet you the guy that was supposed to relieve him probably slept in a little bit. I mean, I know it's happened before.
Nah, that never happens. Well, congratulations to the 77 Stage 1 winner here at Sonoma. Ian Habiak, Brian D, second and third. And it's going to be a minute before everybody gets, well, I guess Eisenman is bringing it down. Where, oh, where is that pace car?
Oh, the pace truck, I think the driver fell asleep because he's still sitting in pit road.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he is. We're looking at him right now. Is that some drool? There might be drool coming out of the bottom of his mouth there. Pace car drivers, you just, you don't know what you're going to get anymore. All right, good news. Pace truck should be moving now.
You learn something new every broadcast, Chris. Obviously, the pace truck driver was nice enough to wait until Eisenman was almost to the start-finish line. Now, you know as well as I do, I mean, we've seen it happen on just regular ovals, too, where the pace car will just take off, and it takes forever for everybody to catch up to him. So maybe that's what it is.
All right,
I'm going to go with the drool, though.
Yeah, I like the drool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Blazing Pedals here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're hitting Sonoma for a beautiful anniversary race. Yes, Rick, he is. Right now, Fred being scored in the 29th position, and we're going to step away for just a moment. When we come back, stage number 2 will be underway.
I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow old with you. I'll get you medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire if the furnace breaks. Oh, it could be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you, even let you hold the remote control. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Or I could be the man who grows old with you. I wanna grow with you.
Let's hear it again for Mr. and Mrs. Corey Sherman.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
back live under caution, getting ready to go back to the green flag. Pace truck lights are off. Our race leader going to be James Miller. And congratulations once again to the Sherman. 6 years down, 6 years ago. It's not my idea, guys. That is literally what they were talking about.
I think there's even going to be a t-shirt made about that.
They've got their 12-year plan all scheduled out. Take a look over on the left-hand side. Find your driver. Here for the Blazing Pedals as we get ready to go back under the green flag. Highest running TNA member right now, Aaron Bockover. I don't even know how that happened. Ian Habia goes from second spot way back to 10th during the pit stop that he had, a little bit slow. Cheers going on for Speed Mafia. Congratulations going out to Corey and Amanda. Pace truck rolls on to pit road. James Miller takes control of the race field. One more corner before we see the green flag. It's out the 09. Good start. Josh Klinger in the 20 holds on to the second spot. Aaron Bockover falls to third. The 77, Drew Eisman, Mr. Joshua Sexton in the 51. And then it's Matt Gruenberg in the sixth spot. TBB right behind him.
And you got Dave Seats and Jamie Walker just put a good pass on the floor of Tanner Marr.
Oh, good says, who cares how it happened? Okay, I get that.
Well, I can tell you how it happened, Shelley.
The 44 in fifth spot, and here comes the 51. Joshua Sexton knocking on the back door of Aaron Bockover.
The last time the 44 was on pit road was the lap 6.
Yep. So he'll be coming down pit road. He's got himself on a different pit strategy, and you know what? There's worse things to do. The 88 of Jamie Walker back up to the 8th spot. Our pole sitter here tonight, serving a black flag penalty way back on lap number 3. Gave up the pole and has been steadily working his way towards the front ever since.
Got a good run through the hairpin.
Christian Pittman in the 31 having issues. We're going to go back, take a peek, see what happened, as he has had a bit of a night here. Yeah, just a little offline. That's all it takes. And then, oh, hard hit to the wall. A tire barrier. Pittman gets it rolling once again. We go back live. Our race leader, James Miller in the 09. Josh Klinger in the 20. Drew Eisman, your top 3. Matt Gruenberg up to 4th spot. Want to make sure to thank all of our sponsors once again. Butt Kicker, Michael Falk, MF Racing Designs, and TRJ Karting.com. Want to go ahead and thank everybody for being out there watching us live on the Turn 3 Racing Network as well. We appreciate that. As we watch James Miller open up that lead just a little bit. Behind him, it's Josh Klinger. He's got a rear view mirror full of the 77, Drew Eisman, and the 54 of Matt Gruenberg. Gruenberg, the winningest driver here this season, 4th spot right now. The 77 look to the inside. The 20 shuts it down. Panama having a little bit of a problem. Let's go back over and take a look at the cotton candy machine. As Ian Abiuk also had a little bit of a problem. We saw him at the start of this replay off track, but gets it back going. Tanner Marr misses his braking zone, and a couple of drivers go around him because of it.
And that's, unfortunately, that's all it takes.
So Ian Abiuk was in second spot not that long ago. Right now, sitting in the 16th spot, has to reload and charge back up the field again. The 16 got a lot of practice under his belt, and it's actually showing here tonight. One miscue is all it takes to put you back in the field. Rick Dolan had a injury, and he also had some computer issues. So given the injury, he decided to call it a night, unfortunately. He did race in the endurance race yesterday and had a bruise on the bottom of his throttle foot. Of course, being a road racing, it's tough to do that with a bruise on the bottom of your throttle foot. So he's going to go ahead and call it a night.
You know what Dalton should do? We should head on over to TRJ Karting.
Oh, Ian Abiuk hard into the tire barrier. Oh, man. It is getting worse for... Oh, the 42 almost collides into the wall.
I mean, I know it's fun hitting them cones, Chris, but Wellman almost made a big mistake there.
To a point.
Not fun when you misjudge hitting them cones and then you hit the pit road.
Aaron Bach over out of TNA Motorsports, the 44, right now being scored in the 6th spot. He's got TBB right behind him. TBB had the inside, but didn't force the issue. And it's pretty early on to try to force that issue, so a good call out of the Butcher. Back in the top 5, it's the 88, Jamie Walker. And after that last pit stop, Walker in the 88 has been flying around this track.
Hey, Chris, I think I figured out what's going on with the 16. If you look in the driver cam, Ian's actually disappeared. He's got some real life netcode stuff going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Might as well show it. That's what we see.
I mean, I'm guessing Tim's not home, and I may or may not have seen a theme. No. But he's not disappeared.
Whatever he's doing, he doesn't want everybody else to know. Check in on the anniversary couple. Corey Sherman, right now being scored in the 17th spot. Amanda Sherman being scored in the 24th position in that late number 8. I'm surprised the car is moving at all. I mean, honestly, on the hood is a picture of Corey. His face right on the hood. I'm surprised, Rick, that it's able to go.
I honestly kind of like these paint jobs.
I do too. Just picking on Corey a little.
And he's got the extra aerodynamics from the bald head, Chris. That's what's helping the 8 right now. Not that I can talk because I'm bald too, but you know. I mean, mine's by choice.
Yeah, mine too. So James Miller is the race leader. Behind him is this. 4 cars trying to get there. Drew Eisenman, Josh Klinger, Matt Gruenberg, and Jamie Walker. All 4 cars trying to get there. And again, those poor cones tonight. Gruenberg sets up on the inside of the 20 coming out of the corner. Oh, the 20 gets into the 77. Something going on with the 20. Josh Klinger all of a sudden looked like he had very little control of the 20 car as the front end was all over the place. That allows for everybody to get on by, and a little bit of damage now to the left front of that Tony Stewart inspired number 20.
All right, lap 25, Aaron Bach over in this 44, heading down pit road.
Yeah, so Aaron definitely running some sort of different pit strategy. And we're going to see if that works out for him. If it does, these guys will be breaking that strategy down next season. I guarantee it. Dave Seats having a bit of a problem. We'll go back after this pass. No, it didn't happen. Gruenberg was looking to try and get around Eisenman, and it did not happen. Let's go back and take a peek in on Dave Seats. The 14 Autism Speaks machine. Coming out of the corner and into the tire barrier. Oh, big hit. Very, very big hit. Right in front of the race leader. He hits the go to pit road button. James Miller by 4.5 seconds. Your race leader right now over Drew Eisenman, Matt Gruenberg, and Jamie Walker. Josh Klinger right behind them. Tanner Marr having a bit of a problem. Taylor Butcher Benjamin running in the 6th spot. Josh Sexton in 7th. The Soul Stealer, Brian Dees, running in 8th spot. Derek Paulson, last week's winner in the Marielle painted machine out of MF Racing Designs, running in the 9th position. Matt Hackathorn in the 84 rounds out the top 10. Let's go back and take a peek in on Tanner Marr. The Cotton Candy Machine. Uh-oh. Tanner Marr finds the cones and rolls up that 4 car. As the NASA driven O2 machine goes on by. It's Race Clark. Jeffrey Fisher fans be happy to see he's just outside of the top 10 and working his way up towards the front, up 18 spots in the 98. And it is Race Clark right behind him in 12th position. Tanner Marr in the 13th position. John Perkins in the 33 taking a peek out of the 14th position on Tanner Marr. And Ian Habiak is rebounding back up to 15th position. So that practice, Rick, is actually paying off for Ian. He had a couple of miscues, but able to move his way back forward and find a cone.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's all seriousness, Chris. He hasn't fixed his camera. He probably hasn't even noticed yet. But it's all good. It's working out there for the Hurricane. And Chris, look at that. We're only a few laps away again from stage number 2, I think, here.
Now, lap 27 of 66. Caution will fall on the lap number 30. Uh-oh. Terry DeTaffy Foster. I actually said it. Wow.
You did.
Having a little bit of an issue. He's got the 44 right behind him. Teammates. Of course, we found out, Rick, that doesn't really mean anything. These guys will take each other out in a heartbeat.
But they have fun doing it. And they pick on each other all week.
Yeah, Terry just missed the braking zone. No big deal there. He's able to keep going. Back up to our race leader. James Miller was 4.5 seconds, now down to almost 3.5 seconds over Drew Eisenman and company. as Amanda Sherman goes down a lap. Right now, she's the first driver a lap down, though, so she would get her lucky dog.
And I'm sure Miller's back there, or up there, just sitting there going, you guys keep trying to race each other, because every time you do that, I gain a couple more tenths of a second.
Well, that's exactly what happens. Right now, gap almost back up to 0.4 of a second as the 09 hitting the hammer down. Lap number 28 being worked by our race leader.
I'm still waiting for my Timbits too, you know. I don't know. I think they got lost.
Well, pretty soon we'll be able to go up across the border ourselves and get some right.
I hope they're as good as I remember. Could go for a nice everything bagel with cream cheese. Ooh,
Track.
Matt Grunberg. Ooh. Rocket ships into the bits.
Yeah, Grunberg gonna bring it down. We'll hop into the cockpit of James Miller, who's leading the way around this track. 4-second lead. And he's right behind Joshua Rutherford in the 55. This is not what Amanda Sherman wants. And if the 09 is able to get around him, then she will no longer be the first car one lap down. And just like that, Amanda Sherman, second car one lap down. She needs to try and get to and by the 55. James Miller being very easy on the throttle until he's not.
I don't think Amanda's concerned right now of trying to catch the 55. Right now she's following Taylor the Butcher Benjamin pretty close, so I'm not going to start nothing.
On the anniversary. My
Got
goodness.
6 years, I know.
There it goes.
Oh,
6
man.
years down the tubes. James Miller right behind Terry Foster. One more lap and caution will come out for stage number 2. James Miller leading the way. Eisenman, Walker, Klinger, Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin, your top 5.
Paulson, Dees, Hackathorn, Sexton, and Reese Clark. I got that top 10. Field's shaking up a little bit there from the beginning of the race.
Terry Foster trying to stay just one lap down, trying to stay in front of the 09. And James Miller lets him stay in front. As they're about to cross the start-finish line, James Miller going to be the winner of stage number 2. Congratulations to the 09 winning stage 2. Come on, Terry, you got to go. Terry has kind of an interesting helmet. I don't know if you've seen it, Rick, but
I have, yeah.
yeah. Well, congratulations once again to the 09 Tim Hortons Team AV driver, James Miller, for winning stage number 2 here tonight at Sonoma. And congratulations once again to these two. 6 years. 6 more to go. Just like that. We're going to step away when we come back. The last stage here from Sonoma. All the way to lap number 66. Going to be a good time.
I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow old with you. I'll get you medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire if the furnace breaks. Oh, it could be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you, even let you hold the remote control. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Or I could be the man who grows old with you. I wanna grow with you.
Let's hear it again for Mr. and Mrs. Corey Sherman.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we're back here at Sonoma, getting ready for stage number 3. Pit stops are done, and we've got a new race leader. It is going to be Drew Eisenman in the number 77. Second place going to belong to Jamie Walker. Third spot after this round of pit stops goes to former race leader James Miller. Taylor Butcher Benjamin is going to be in fourth. Josh Klinger in the 20. Going to be restarting fifth. Derek Paulson, Matt Gruenberg, Matt Hackathorn, Brian Dees, Joshua Sexton, Ian Habiak, Race Clark, Tanner Marr, Aaron Bockover, and John Perkins, your top 15. All right, Rick, all the big pit stops out of the way. The last time the cars are going to have a chance to group up. Out of the way, no more stage racing. Now it's 33 laps of action. What is the plan here? How are we going to get to the lead and keep it?
Well, I mean, it really depends who you're talking about. I mean, I'm going to be watching that 88 Jamie Walker, Chris. We know that he had that issue with the black flag. Had to fall back quite a ways. I believe it was down to 17th position. Had to work his way up, man. But now you're absolutely right. Drivers have to be very cautious now. They really have to concentrate on their marks. You know, get into your braking zone, know when to get back on the throttle, keep everything clean, because there are no more times when that yellow flag is going to come out to bunch everybody back up again. So if you lose the pack, you're really going to be racing hard. And to keep it there, I mean, I don't know, man. Hopefully you have a big glass of alcoholic beverage or something.
Something to relax by, for sure. All right, we get ready to go back under the green flag. Cars are going to start folding in 2 by 2. And Rick, one thing we haven't talked about is just how tough this night has been for the 10. Let's go ahead and bring him up. Taylor Butcher Benjamin on the outside, looking in at the relationship between Corey and Amanda Sherman. Poor Butcher. All right, that's all I got about that. Getting ready to go back under the green flag. Let's get one last word in from our title sponsor here, TRJKarting.com.
TRJKarting.com is your #1 online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional and a dedicated section for sim racers. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them. Their focus is to put their customers into victory lane. Make sure you check them out at TRJKarting.com and give them a like on Facebook.
Make sure you do. Check them out on Facebook. Go over to TRJKarting.com. Order something, would you please? Support small business. Support Tim for everything that he does here at Blazing Pedals.
And yeah, I think that's where Dalton should be heading to right now, getting himself a new pair of racing shoes, man. I mean, people pick on, you know, sim racers for wearing shoes and gloves. I mean, the gloves I can understand. You're protecting your wheel, your investment, but let me tell you, wearing them shoes helps a lot too.
Oh, absolutely. What a better plug. I mean, you couldn't find one. All right, getting back to go under green flag. Eisenman hits the loud pedal. We're going back under the green flag. Eisenman starting to pull away. The 88 at the line. Going to hold on a second spot. Falls in front of James Miller. Miller in the third spot. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in the fourth spot as they work through that big right-hander. It looks like everybody's going to make it on through. Eisenman, your race leader, again being followed by Jamie Walker.
And not really too much side-by-side racing going on right now. Chris, drivers really figured it out. You got, it looks like the 98 of Jeffrey Fisher. Oh!
I hate O's.
This Kyle Woman had to really slam on the brakes there. Everybody made it through okay. But man, there's some scary seconds there.
Jeff Fisher right now being scored. Up 11 spots in the 18th position. And he's trying to find a way around the 5 of Corey Rutherford. As you said, Rick, it looks like everybody has kind of gone single file here for this third and final stage, working lap number 35 of 66 here tonight at Sonoma. Eisenman trying to hold on to about an 0.8 of a second lead over Jamie Walker, James Miller right there. And here comes Matt Gruenberg trying to get into the top 5. He gets around the Butcher, and now Matt Gruenberg inside of the top 5.
All I know is if I was Philip Van Vliet, who's sitting in 21st right now, Chris, with that pace game, I would just send it in a corner and be like, oh yeah. All I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, see? Ooh,
Matt Hackathorn and Paulson may have gotten together. Let's take a look. The 84 and the 6 both having troubles at the same time. And usually that means contact. Hackathorn to the inside. Oh, the 51 gets, 16 gets involved. Aaron Bockover goes around the whole thing. He switches into 4-wheel drive. And Bockover back out on track. Corey Sherman, his teammate, right behind him. This a battle for the TNA banner on track. Bockover, Sherman running 11th and 12th spot. Kyle Wellman having a problem. Let's go back and take a peek in on the 42. Kyle Wellman winds up with the 5 and just has to pump the brakes a little bit. The 02 gets into him, race far.
Right before that, the 24, Cody Moore having a little bit of an issue, Chris, racing hard with the 98. Trying to see what is going on here. Tanner Marr gets a little loose. The 24 just touches the back left corner of Perkins' car. Moore spins out a little bit.
All right, back up front. We'll lead 3/4 of a second still between Drew Eisenman and Jamie Walker. James Miller still in that 3rd spot. I would say the cream has risen to the top here tonight as Matt Gruenberg and Josh Klinger round out the top 5. And it's the Butcher, Brian Dees, Josh Sexton, Ian Habiak, and Matt Hackathorn. Habiak finds himself inside of the top 10, so that practice really is paying off for the Hurricane.
I mean, I know we got a lot of action on track, Chris, but I'm really keeping my eye on 11th and 12th place. I want to see if anything's going to transpire from Michigan last week. I doubt it, but you never know.
Oh, look, you never know with the TNA guys. They will beat and bang each other as much as they'll beat and bang anybody else. In fact, sometimes more. And we know Sherman's got the cut-off sleeves here tonight. So Bockover might be a little jealous. We'll find out.
Maybe even a little intimidated. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to find out tomorrow, folks. And you can find out, too, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have a Facebook account, make sure you check out TNA Motorsports. You will see the live shop talk where the drivers of TNA Motorsports will recap tonight's race. I'm sure they'll have a special guest. And I know there's going to be some drinks and there's going to be some laughs involved, because there always are.
Watching the Soul Stealer go around the track right now. D's in the 7th spot, up 4 since the drop of the green flag here tonight. And not a lot of blinking going on. A couple little smiles. It's like he knows he's about to capture a soul.
Wait, I went over to Twitch just to check out Serbies, because that's where it's a little easier for me to hear what's going on with race control. So that's where Sam and Mark hang out, streaming on Twitch, so I can just kind of tune into there. And I noticed Sam's wearing some sunglasses. I think he's trying to look like Raptor Chris. I mean, I know you know who that is.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just so D's can't get the soul machine. I don't know.
Corey Rutherford having a couple of problems. Let's go back and take a look at him. Watching the Tony Tiger, number 5. Oh, the 98, Jeffrey Fisher gets into him. And then just after that, Rick, let's see what this one is. Oh, I guess it's the same one. I don't know why it's going to show me 2 different ones, but okay. Aaron Bockover bringing it back out on track because he had come down pit road. So that different pit strategy Bockover has been working all night. We're going to see if that one pays off.
And he also had a little issue too, Chris. I think, oh no. Did he have to jump to the pits?
Oh, let's go back and take a peek. Oh, the 44 is facing the wrong way on track. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good for Aaron. So not sure what happened with that. I thought he had come down pit road, but I guess not.
Now that's going to hand over the DNA banner as of right now on lap 39 of 66 to the Shermanator. That's the 3 car sitting in 11th position right now. Bockover falls down to 21st.
And we're looking at the race lead. Drew Eisenman, Jamie Walker. Walker now 0.6 of a second behind. So the gap is starting to close here at the line. Ty Morosco having a problem. He jumps to pit road. '77, '88, '09. Your top 3. That's Eisenman, Walker, Miller. Matt Gruenberg sits in the 4th spot. Josh Klinger in 5th. Ford versus Chevy versus Toyota for the top 3 spots. And watching the scoring and timing, there's a lot of drivers right now, Rick, that are having a little bit of difficulty. I don't know if they're trying to push too hard or what the deal is, but we are starting to close down on the end of the race. So it wouldn't surprise me if the pace is trying to quicken up a little bit, and not being used to it, they're having issues out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what happened to Ty Morosco there, Chris. His car just kind of spun around, and then it landed in the dirt, and then he went to pit. He's still on. I was worried that it might have been some kind of connection issue or something, but in-car camera's still on. Now he's just waiting for the long pit, or long tow to pit lane. But maybe having some kind of steering issue or something with his car.
Absolutely possible, as the top 3 drivers are right on top of each other. Walker might have hit the accelerator pedal a little hard in the rear end of that car. Started to come out. He was able to collect it back up. The 09 not able to take advantage. But Miller right there in the catbird seat, just watching.
going on with Cody Moore also, Chris, who was heading down pit road, then he just kind of blinked and says that he went to the pits.
I think James Miller is going to owe Blazing Pedals about $5,000 in cones tonight. I think he has hit them every single lap.
You know, the thing is, Chris, though, when you get into a zone, I mean, you know, you might start off doing it just as fun, something to do. But once you get used to it, I mean, again, it's all about hitting your marks, especially, you know, 25 laps left to go. As Jamie Walker peaks on the 77, not able to do it right here. But you start doing that for a few laps and you get used to it, and, you know, that becomes routine.
Walker setting up for the race lead, Rick. He's got the inside lane on this right-hander. Jamie Walker trying for the race lead, another right-hander, and Eisenman gets a little loose coming off the corner. Jamie Walker going to be your race leader. And just like that, one little mistake, it's all it takes.
What a hard-fought battle by the 88. Starting on the pole, getting a black flag even before the first lap has started. Falls down to 17th and worked his way.
Again gets loose, and that allows James Miller to take out a couple more cones as he goes by. $24 laps to go. As our pole sitter back up front, James Miller, Drew Eisenman, our top three. Matt Gruenberg in the 4th spot, trying to close the gap in on our top three. Josh Klinger runs in the 5th spot. Taylor Butcher Benjamin just outside top 5. Then it's the Soul Stealer in the Marvel Studios, number 17. Joshua Sexton in 8th spot, right where he started here tonight. Ian Habiak holding on to that 9th position with Matt Hackathorn to his backside in 10th.
This might be bad juju there, Chris, because once we talked about it in Daytona, some of these drivers got a couple of X's, but right now there are 3 drivers out on track out of the 32 that have started here tonight that have 0 X's. The 88 to 20, even though the 20 has a little bit of front end damage, but it hasn't been bad enough. So we'll chalk that up to the crazy damage model that iRacing has. And the 54, 0 incident points so far.
I'll tell you, that's some kind of special right there when you can go through a road race without any incident points. James Miller misses the mark and one of the cones. And Rick, you talked about it earlier, but once you kind of get into your zone, making sure to hit your mark every time is so important. James Miller, by only hitting one cone, was just off enough and lost some time to Walker. Now coming up the hill, gains it back, but it's just that little bit of I missed that mark that starts going through your head, and who knows what can happen from there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Oh, the 09 looking for the race lead. Took a look on the inside. He still has it. And not able to get there. Walker fights back on the outside. Oh, man. James Miller is all over Jamie Walker right now.
I kind of want to watch this from the cockpit. Because you know he's not done trying.
There's trying, and then there's trying too hard, and you have to be careful about that. Cody Moore having a problem. Miller seesawing that steering wheel, trying to hold it underneath him. These two cars very even right now as they cross the start-finish line, 1 and 2. Cody Moore having a problem. Let's go back and take a peek in on the 24. Cody right now being scored in the 21st position. And, ooh, car almost steps out of him there. And does right there. Around he goes.
I mean, the sign says think outside the oval.
He did. Back up front, Jamie Walker starting to put a little room between himself and James Miller now. As Miller was working that 09 very hard. He may have hurt those tires a little bit. He may have gotten them warm.
I mean, we already know that track's warm, Chris. Right now, actually, it's cooled down a little bit. 98 degrees now. Air temperature holding steady at 79.
Walker, Miller, Eisenman, Gruenberg, Klinger, your top 5. 22 laps to go.
Miller made sure to hit the cones that time, Chris. Oh, he's back in his groove now.
The 33, John Perkins, running in the 15th position. The car is clean. There you go, Rick. She's looking good out there tonight, bud.
Yeah, back bumper, a little scratch, but that don't mean nothing.
Philip Van Vliet in the 89. How did that go, Rick?
Oh, yeah.
He's running in the 17th position with Tanner Marr in the cotton candy machine behind him. Kyle Wellman in the 42 behind Tanner Marr, running in the 19th spot. Rounding out the top 20, Cody Moore. Right now, Corey Sherman leading the way for the TNA Motorsports guys and gals. Running just outside the top 10 in the 11th spot, but he's got Derek Paulson right behind him, and let's face it, as they talked about, there's been history there. All in good fun, though.
Well, here's something interesting, Chris. We have a driver in the infield care center. We're going to bring him up real quick because we've got 21 laps left to go. Find out what happened to Ty Marosco, driver in the number 1. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
Oh, I got you guys. Don't worry.
What happened, brother?
Man, what a race for our number 1 MF Racing Designs Ford. Man, we've had a tough race tonight. We wrecked early on and just haven't been able to get back. We spun out one last time, and then, well, now my engine's cooked because I sat on pit road and let it overcook, I guess. So, well, it looks like we're done, I think.
Man, that's kind of unfortunate, man.
Yeah, kind of a train of events tonight. Main reason we're off track, I think I lose points if I honestly stay on track. I'm just running hard and getting in the dirt. But that's the main reason we're off track right now. But tough race for our MF Racing Designs Ford. as you guys probably have seen.
Oh yeah, we saw it. All right, buddy. So I pretty much think you're done. You don't think you're gonna get back out there? 20 laps left to go.
No, I think we're just gonna be done. Watch the race. We're having fun down in the S&M Motorsports Team Speak channel. We're having fun down there, so we're gonna watch those guys. Hopefully Brian can maybe sneak something out or something like that. I don't know what position he's in right now, but hopefully he can do it.
Well, Brian Dees, your teammate, is sitting in the 6th spot right now, I believe.
Hey, dude, he had no expectations coming in the night, so I think he was 6th is like amazing for him right now.
That's crazy. All right, buddy. Well, hey, listen, sorry your night ended early here, but we'll look forward to seeing that one do something at Chicagoland next week.
Oh yeah, we're ready to get back on the ovals. We've been running really good on the ovals. I think last week we got like what, 5th? The week before that we got like 4th or whatever. I don't know, but the road courses are not our friend right now. We're really hoping to get back on the ovals and hopefully dive into that point lead. I think I'm like 80 points out coming into this week. Probably going to be down towards the 100 mark now, but we'll dig ourselves out of the hole. We'll try to get into the playoffs here. Last little push. Maybe get a win, and then we won't have to worry about it.
There you go. Well, I mean, you got a little bit of time left. I mean, this is race 16 of 26 before the playoffs start, so 10 more after tonight, man. So I have a feeling you're going to be able to do it. I do believe there is one more road course, Watkins Glen, that we haven't hit yet.
Yeah, that is my favorite road course, though, so I'm happy to go there. I surprised myself being actually kind of fast at Sonoma, but in practice, and then so it's been just a rough race. Besides that, just practice gave me a false hope, I think. But yeah, we try to have fun tonight, but I think we're going to lose too many points doing this. And one thing about these road courses, it does suck under caution. It's just I wish there was a way we can just make sure everybody gets caught up to the field, because it's tough on these road courses.
Yeah, that makes it a little tough, man. Hey, listen, well, once again, we're sorry to hear that your night is ending early. Is there anybody on that one you'd like to thank, bro?
I'd like to thank, Michael Falk, MF Racing Designs, amazing paint scheme he puts on this car, and a bunch of other cars in the league. Also, Tim at TRJ, thank you. Butt Kicker, you guys also for doing the broadcast, and Sam and Mark up in the booth doing the race control.
All right, brother. Thank you very much, and get ready for Chicago. I think you're gonna do fine.
Oh, I think I'll do fine. And we're back on the ovals. I've been doing good there, so I'm hoping we're getting back to Chicago. That'll be good to go.
There you go. All right, buddy. You have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right, the driver of the 01 gonna call it a night here. Tom Orozco. And Rick,
some big news.
Yeah, huge news right now. Jamie Walker on pit road, has been for a lap and a half, 2 laps now. And Walker may be done for the night. Don't know what came up. It was very, very sudden. James Miller is the race leader right now. Drew Eisman, Matt Gruenberg, your top 3. Josh Klinger, Taylor Butcher Benjamin roll on in to the top 5. 18 laps to go for James Miller, and he has been next to perfect here on this track tonight. And this would be a real feather in his cap. And a heck of a way to get himself into the championship contention.
Yeah, get locked in. I mean, that's something that we haven't really talked much about, Chris. Like I told Ty, this is race 16 of 26 before the playoffs start. So only 10 races left for these guys after tonight to get locked into that chase. So no time than the better. We'll see what the 9 can do here. We got about, 18 laps left to go.
Yeah, about 18 to go. And again, it's Miller, Eisenman, and Gruenberg, your top 3. Josh Klinger and that Tony Stewart, number 20 car. Oh, Miller and Eisenman bringing it down pit road. That's going to put Matt Gruenberg to the race lead. The 54, now your race leader. Josh Klinger bringing it down. So, final pit stop starting to happen here for the Blazing Pedals. And Mark Arthur going to take 33rd here tonight. Way to go, Mark. It's like you didn't even try. Corey Sherman, Derek Paulson bringing it down pit road. I'll tell you one thing you don't want to do here, Rick. You do not want to leave yourself 1 lap short on fuel.
No. I mean, you don't want to really do that with any road course, but Sonoma, too big. And if you're coming down, especially when you get into the hairpin, and you hear your crew chief go, "Pit this time, I'm running low on fuel," and you're like, "Yeah, I got one more." Okay, my calculations are telling me, because it is a long go to pit road.
Yeah, still not sure what happened with the 88, but it looks like his night is done. And here comes the 54, bringing it down pit road. And if the Butcher stays out, he would assume the race lead. Aaron Bockover having a problem. Let's go and take a look at the 44. Oh, he sent it right into the inside retaining wall across the start finish line. So that is going to hurt Bockover's chances here tonight as the front end is missing. Eisman back out on track along with James Miller. Eisman now the race leader. Miller going to try and get it back. The 86, Terry Foster. Trying to stay out in front of the race leaders. Foster moves to the outside. That's going to allow Eisman and Miller to get on by. Clouds come in over Sonoma as it gets a little darker out there. Bloomberg holds on to the third position. Josh Klinger and Taylor Butcher Benjamin fourth and fifth. Brian D still in the sixth spot. Joshua Sexton in seventh. Ian Habiuk in eighth position. Habiuk has had a tough night if you look at the car, but my goodness, he has been strong all night long.
He's been doing a lot of fighting, Chris. I mean, technically speaking, he's only dropped one position since the drop of the green flag, so has been doing a fabulous job.
Hey, Rick.
A little further back.
Rick, look at my live camera. Go ahead, look at it. It's got Tim's belly.
It is Tim's belly.
Tim's belly is racing in the 16 machine. You gotta move that camera down just a little bit more, Tim. That would be good.
Do we have to say congratulations to the Habiuks also? Is that 9 months or?
That's what you get when you stop watching and you start looking in on your driver. You get picked on.
I mean, at least Ian's got the TRJ Karting shirt. He's got the hat on. Tim's got the Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. And he's not even promoting his own business.
Yeah, he doesn't have his own brand on there. I don't know. Let's bring it up again. There it is.
I don't know.
Yeah. Could be 9 months.
We love you, Tim.
Back out on track. Habiuk running in the 8th position. Eisenman up front with James Miller, Matt Gruenberg. Miller trying to get it to the side of the 77. James Miller taking a look. Couldn't get there. Eisenman with the power. Put it down.
I think Tim was in Ian's room going, "Hey, son, you want me to spot for you? Do you need me?" He's like, "No, Dad."
Have you been drinking tonight?
Oh, man. So the server issues are continuing, Chris. The 44 Aaron Bockover has been disconnected.
Oh, boy.
Due to that packet loss. Dalton Kilbrough, we know that his night ended early. But he's just got booted. McAvoy earlier in the race.
Oh, man. Brian D's having a bit of a problem. Let's go and take a look in.
That's what happens when you smile, Brian.
Yeah, that'll teach you. Soul Stealer hits the throttle just a little too hard, and around he went, but able to hold on to it. Brian D is running in the 6th spot, and still a battle here for the race lead.
I mean, it might be hard to tell in the broadcast, Chris, but I'm looking at the Soul Stealer's in-car camera right now, and usually, you don't see him drinking too much during the race. He's not blinking. He's just concentrating. He's got 2 Mountain Dews there tonight. That's how bad Sonoma is.
Well, one's probably a Mountain Dew. I agree with that.
No, don't say what I think you're going to say, because I still have nightmares about that last Daytona, 24 hours of Daytona that we did. I hope that they're both news. That's all I'm going to say. And if they're not, don't grab the wrong one, brother, okay? And don't forget to take it out of your room after you get done tonight. Don't leave it in there for a month or 2, because it ain't good.
Well, that's what those big mouth bottles are good for.
Yeah, they're great for that, as long as you take them out of your room after the race.
Top 3 drivers running nose to tail. Eisman goes out wide. The 09 comes down to the inside. Not set upright for the corner, though. And Miller sticks it back in the 2nd spot. James Miller has run almost a flawless race here tonight, and he is looking for a race win.
I'm not sure what is going on with the 88 Chris. We've tried to reach him a few different times, as has race control. Jamie Walker no longer at the track. So an unfortunate night there for the 88. Hopefully everything's okay.
Philip Van Vliet having issues in the Kool-Aid number 89 Ford Mustang. Let's find out what happened. As the leaders went by, oh, he just put it off to the side, gave him plenty of room to race. Commendable.
I think he was looking at his mirror, looking down at the black box, going, "Oh, those are the leaders. Oh no!" And Miller is driving that 09 for everything that it's worth right now.
James Miller trying to set up on the inside. Not going to be able to do it this time. That big left-hander onto the front stretch. And into turn 1.
Corey Sherman just made a couple of spots up, Chris. He got around Joshua Sexton and Ian Habey up for 9th.
Derek Paulson running in the 9th spot. Matt Hackathorn rounds out the top 10. Corey Sherman just outside of that top 10 running in 11th spot. But if the race were to end right now, throw the banner, the TNA banner, at Corey Sherman.
Again.
I can't believe he's going so fast. He's got those beer cans hanging on.
Well, I'm just
Battle for P2, Rick. As Matt Gruenberg tried to get there, and James Miller fighting back. Oh, Miller's got his hands full. The 54 feeling racy. Couldn't get there.
And that's exactly what Iceman wants to see. Race it out. Let me go.
Drew trying for a top 3 finish here. Right now, the race leader in the 77 has been looking good here tonight. So has the guy right behind him, the 09 of James Miller. For those keeping track of manufacturers, it's Ford, Toyota, Chevy, your top 5. And the Supras are not messing around here tonight. Kyle Wellman in the 42, just ahead of your race leader. He's the last driver on the lead lap. And they are starting to knock.
They're coming very quick. Of course, Coleman has the 4 of Tanner Marr right ahead of him as they go through the hairpin.
A few drivers being scored as out on this one already. Well, I shouldn't say already. It's 10 laps to go. Oh, Eisenman getting loose, and that gives the opportunity to the 09 to get inside. James Miller going for the race lead. They've got loose cars ahead of them. Oh, Wellman almost gets involved. And James Miller runs it perfect to not get involved, but does get the lead taken away from him. Oh, Miller has got to be upset about that. He had the race lead. And he is coming in on the 77 again.
And Marr's like, nope, I don't want no part of this.
Yeah, Marr backs right out of it. Let the top 3 by. So James Miller has to reload again in the 09. And man, is he driving the wheels off from it now. He is right on the back bumper of the 77. Hard on the brakes. Take a look in on the drivers celebrating an anniversary here tonight. Corey and Amanda Sherman. As the 09, James Miller trying to set up the 77 again, trying to do it on the outside, not going to get there. Here comes the 54, Gruenberg trying to take second away. It's a drag race for second spot between James Miller and Matt Gruenberg. Miller with the inside lane. He gets it back. What a battle up front. Oh, Miller got loose, gathers it back up, and Gruenberg didn't have an opportunity. James Miller driving the wheels off from that Tim Hortons 09, just about lost it.
That's what Gruenberg's definitely waiting for, Chris.
Team AV teammates running second and third. Drew Eisenman trying to hold him back. Eisenman a little bit too much on that corner, and the 09 peeks in. Not going to get there again. James Miller again has the door shut. The tires on the 09 not happy. It's going to be a battle for second spot again, but Miller with the inside lane should be okay. And what a battle we've had up here for the top three. My Lord, this has been incredible.
It really has.
Corey Rutherford having a little bit of a problem. And his number 5, let's go back and take a peek. He's following Jeffrey Fisher in the 98. As we see the 16 of Ian Habiak off pace. And just misses the brake zone. Back live, the top three still the same. Eisenman, Miller, Gruenberg. Oh, Gruenberg with a good corner. He's taking the inside lane. And the 09 shuts the door.
There's some definite angry tires out there right now, Chris.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. So not sure what's going on with Habiak right now, but car did not seem to be up to speed. And Kyle Wellman having a problem in the 42 machine. Let's go over and take a peek on him. See, Tanner was able to get around him, the 42. Trying to fight back. And around he goes. Back up for the race lead. Eisenman, Miller, Gruenberg, Josh Klinger, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, your top 5. Brian Dees, Derek Colson, Matt Hackathorn, Josh Sexton, and Corey Sherman rounding out the top 10. And the 09 of Miller knocking down those cones yet again. So he's got the line that he wanted. 6 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line. Still with about 70 turns to go in this one. So the 09 still has a little bit of time here. Oh. Almost stepped out.
Yeah, I'm having fun, man. I'm in the cockpits of these drivers. Man. There's definitely going to be some tired arms after this race.
And Cody Moore jumps up to the 14th spot, getting around Corey Rutherford. So the 24 now actually up to 13th. So a late move here for the 24 machine.
This race been kind of up and down, Chris, but you know, Moore just been pouring it on lap after lap, not giving up, and it's definitely working out for him.
Well, last week he was on with the TNA guys, and he said he had 2 road courses to do this week, and wasn't too fond of the idea of trying to learn 2 different tracks at the same time. But Cody Moore looking pretty good right now inside the top 15.
Grunberg still trying to find a way around the 9. The 9 looking on the inside of the 77.
Whoa, onto the grass. We do that here in California. That's a good way to start a fire. Hop into the cockpit of the 09 and let's watch as he saws on the wheel. Oh man, is that car not happy. Look out, Jeffrey Fisher goes for a ride. Oh, Miller has an opportunity.
Oh,
Eisenman comes back. It's a battle. 3 wide for the race lead. Here goes Matt Gruenberg. Gruenberg up to second. James Miller takes over the lead. And Eisenman has 4 laps to get it back. Oh, Ian Habiuk stuck in the wall. So the Hurricanes' night may be done. Unfortunate night for him as he was having a great run here at Sonoma.
hey, Jamie, nothing to be sorry about there, but I'm glad hopefully everything is okay. I mean, as we always say, family always comes first.
I think Miller's bill up to $7,000, and yeah, exactly, Jamie, family first, bud, whatever it takes.
I mean, it just stinks for you because, I mean, had that little black flag there at the beginning of the race, down to 17th. You worked your way back up. You were leading the thing. But always real life and family first, brother. Hopefully everything's okay. If there's anything we can do for you, please let us know.
So James Miller, now the race leaders. Gruenberg behind him. Drew Eisenman, I think, got the raw end of the deal. And he has got just a few laps to try and get back to him, but Miller and Gruenberg are starting to pull away.
They are.
Next time by, 2 vertical flags in the air. To indicate 2 laps to go.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Next time by, yeah.
Yeah, Dalton, I agree. I think the 77, the 9, the 51, all their tires are shot. Well, that could be too. Now, we talked about it a little bit, Chris. Only 10 weeks left. I mean, after this week, next week on August 1st, man, August already. We head to Chicagoland. Then the Tricky Triangle at Pocono. Indy, Kentucky. My favorite track where I got multiple wins at New Hampshire. Michigan again. That's going to be fun, September 12th. Then they got another road course. That's going to be Watkins Glen on the 19th of September. Dover. Then we have the Daytona and Darlington to finish out the regular season. That's going to end on October 10th. And then Richmond on the 17th of October. Going to start the round of 16 there. So long season it has been, but it's starting to near that point, Chris, where these drivers it's either make it or break it time.
Yeah, it's a month and a half away before we go into the championship series. I mean, that's really what it's about. It's a month and a half away.
And it goes quick.
Unbelievable. I can't believe the season has gone by as quickly as it has. Well, 2 laps to go. Matt Gruenberg now climbing all over the back bumper of the 09. Miller trying to hold on for the race win and put himself in a position to run for that championship.
And those drivers that are already locked into the chase, Matt Gruenberg, we know he is. He's the biggest winner so far this season here. Derek Paulson has a couple. Dalton Kilrow has a couple.
James Miller can't make it. He's coming down pit road for fuel. James Miller going to give it up. And the race lead goes over to Matt Gruenberg at the white flag. Huge, huge news as Miller needs gas.
That's big. That's unfortunate.
And Matt Gruenberg, probably by running in that 3rd spot, looks to have enough fuel to make it. We will find out. As just last week, remember on the last lap, he had run out. He was going for the race win. Didn't happen. So James Miller, who didn't do any wrong here tonight, right up to the last lap, had to come down and get fuel.
Big news out of the 4 camp, Chris. Tanner Marr getting bit by that pocket loss bug. Well, he's got over a 7-second lead, so he can take it a little easy there, Dalton, although he's not. He's going to be happy just coasting across the line, I think.
Gruenberg in the 54. Halfway through this lap. Over halfway. Just a couple of turns to go, in fact.
Yeah, get through that hairpin.
Checkered flag starts the wave. And Gruenberg takes the last left-hander here at Sonoma for the race win. It's Matt Gruenberg. Drew Eisenman going to be trying for 2nd spot. And he makes it to the line. And the 09 of James Miller, a heartbreaker. An absolute heartbreaker. Goes from 1st to 3rd on the last lap after having to get fuel, but takes home 3rd place. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Josh Klinger, your top 5. And it looks like Klinger may have passed Butcher for the 4th spot. Brian Dees in 6, Derek Paulson, Matt Hackathorn, Josh Sexton, Race Clark. Well, we're going to step away, and when we come back, it's going to be post-race interviews with our top 3 here tonight. Gruenberg, Eisenman, and Miller. Don't go away. Post-race interviews right after this.
Let's hear it again for Mr. and Mrs. Corey Sherman.
I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow old with you. I'll get you medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire if the furnace breaks. Oh, it could be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you, even let you hold the remote control. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Or I could be the man who grows old with you. I wanna grow with you.
Back live here at Sonoma as this one is all finished up. And we're going to get our post-race interviews in as best as we can. It looks like we might be missing one driver, but let's go ahead and get started. And we will start off with our second place finisher tonight. It's going to be the 77, Drew Eisenman. Drew, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Well, bud, you were up front for most of the night. You took over the lead on lap number 3. You led a good portion of this race. And then James Miller somehow found a way around you. And along with Matt Gruenberg, take me through that last pass. And then what did you have to do to finish this one out in the top 3?
Yeah, I was a lap short on fuel after that last pit stop. And so I was just trying to save where I could save. And I knew that James and Matt couldn't get by me. And I, just saving, trying to save my tires too. And then James just made a heck of a move on the top of the hill and kind of put me in a position where I was 3 wide. I knew at that point that I wasn't going to maintain the lead, so I just went into full fuel conservation mode. But that was super, super fun racing between us 3. That was as much fun as I've had racing in a long time.
It's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, that's the biggest thing is like, you got to remember, you guys are putting on a show, and man, did you put on a show tonight. Who do you have on the 77 that you need to thank?
Just my little deal that I have, Eisen Designs. Find me on Twitter. It's all over the car. Hit me up if you need something. It's just a little thing to have fun with. And then Matt and James, they were in my Discord, and we were having a good time throughout the race. So thanks to them as well, and you guys and Blazing Pedals and everybody that puts this on. It was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun to watch, bud. Congratulations, bringing it home in second spot tonight. Number 77, Drew Eisenman. Rick, I believe you caught up with a third place finisher, James Miller.
I did. James Miller, driver, the number 09, Tim Hortons. This is Rick up in the booth, obviously. I got to ask, did you bring any Tim Hortons with you, buddy? I'm hungry.
I unfortunately ate them all in celebration there. Sorry.
That's what I figured, man. What an outstanding race for you there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for you there at the end. A little short on fuel, it seemed, there for the 09. Tell us about your race a little bit, bud.
Yeah, it was good. I was, I'll be honest, I was expecting this kind of at Daytona Road there. Kind of not unfortunate. We still got 4th, but I just felt like I'd be a little bit more competitive. Not really sure why I wasn't, but definitely brought the heat here. Had a really good long run car. That was an amazing battle between Drew and Matt and I. Raced those guys a lot. Got a lot of respect for them. That was a lot of fun. Drew was a great blocker, and Matt was really pushing the both of us. But yeah, unfortunately, probably should have saved after the stage there a bit more and through the run. Just didn't have enough fuel to make it to stretch it one more lap, and kind of knew I was going to be out. So I was like, well, might as well push as hard as I can and see what happens to the end. And was not expecting to still finish third, though, taking a splash of gas there. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for you. And I mean, you were driving the wheels off the 09 there. I mean, we were in your cockpit a couple times watching a seesaw of that wheel, man. But you did a good job. Anybody on that 09 you'd like to thank?
Just thanks to everyone who's racing with me. Matt Hackathorn, Drew, Matt Grunberg, Race, Jeff, Jordan, and Randy for hanging out and having a good time.
Excellent, brother. Well, hey, listen, next week we head to Chicagoland. How you feeling?
Feel pretty good. Chicagoland's pretty good. Just need to figure out how to save a bit more right front tire in the long run. It's definitely my weakness, especially in 1.5 miles. But Chicagoland drives a bit better for me, so hopefully we can do good and have another good result.
All right, brother. Well, we look forward to seeing what the 09 can do there. Congratulations on third.
Thank you, guys.
And that's the driver of the 09, James Miller, bringing it home in third spot. And that leaves us with just one more driver to talk to. It is the driver of the number 54. It is going to be our race winner here tonight, Matt Gruenberg. Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, bud, we've talked to you plenty of times this season, but this one has got to mean a little something to you. You've been battling really hard up there in the top 3 for pretty much the entire final stage. And then all of a sudden, you guys have a little battle. You're sitting in second spot, and then Miller pulls off. How you feeling at that moment?
Well, it felt great at that point. I knew with Drew being pretty far back and being tight on fuel as well, that it was just going to be just making it to the end and staying out of trouble, and then we'd pick up the win.
Well, you definitely did, man. The 54 strong again here tonight, up 25 positions to win this one at Sonoma. How many more do you have to win before you're going to be happy going into the championship?
Well, getting the win each weekend is definitely the goal. But I think as long as we just keep a good point lead on the playoff points going into the playoffs, we'll be happy either way.
Awesome, buddy. Who do you have on the 54 that you need to thank tonight?
Just thank all the competitors out there tonight. We really put on a great show tonight, I think, between me, Drew, and James there, battling for the lead, and Jamie at some points throughout the race. I hope the broadcast enjoyed it, the viewers watching the broadcast, and just thank all the guys on Team AV that I didn't mention: Race Clark, Matt Hackathorn, Jeffrey Fisher, Jordan McEvoy, Randy McEvoy, and everybody else in the Discord.
All right, Matt. Very good. Thank you very much, and congratulations on yet another race win this season. The driver of the number 54 tonight, your race winner, it's Matt Gruenberg, and the winningest driver here in the Blazing Pedals on Sunday nights. It's been a blast here at Sonoma. I want to congratulate once again, all kidding aside, happy anniversary going out to Corey and Amanda Sherman. Corey Sherman finishing in 12th spot. Unfortunately, Amanda not having quite the same finish here tonight, but doing well in 21st. That is going to do it live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We will see you again next week.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.